Welcome along to number 22 in my series of Pixiecasts, and I'm back in England now, and I'm heading up north again to the lovely leafy county that is Cheshire, just south of Manchester, and I've got the lovely Genevieve Farrar with me. Hi,
Hello.
Genevieve, how are you?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Good, I believe you prefer Jenny.
Jenny, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Refer to you as Jenny. Excellent. Okay, Jenny. So lovely to see you again. I'm going to briefly embarrass myself to say that I have met you before, and you know what's coming. We met at Adele's wedding last year in Norfolk.
Yeah.
And up until that point, I don't think you'd ever had your picture as your profile picture on your Facebook account, although we were friends, or still are friends on Facebook. And you came bounding up to me and sort of said, "Hello, hi, how are you?" And I was thinking, who the hell is this? Because I'd never seen your face.
Oh, I was so excited to meet people and see people that I have met some of them before, and to meet new people. And I think the lead up as well to it, we were all very excited. We were all sort of getting a bit giddy about meeting up. So
no, absolutely. So it was lovely to meet you, even if you did take me aback for a few seconds until you revealed your identity. So you are in Cheshire?
I am, yes.
Are you born and bred Cheshire?
No.
No?
I was born on Hyde Park Corner, actually.
Classy.
It was St George's Hospital, but it's actually now the Lanesborough Hotel.
Okay.
Like very, very.
Oh, very posh.
Yes.
Yeah, proper posh.
Then I was basically brought up in Harrow in North London, but my dad's Swiss, so spent a lot of time, like all my summers in Switzerland, which is where I first saw the Pixies. Weirdly.
Oh wow! Oh, okay, that's interesting. You can tell us that story in a moment or two. Wow, that's nice. And you've got a very classy name, I have to say.
Oh,
Genevieve.
Yes, thank you.
Very nice. And we've established before we came on, it's not after the car, the famous film from the 50s.
No, it's actually Genevieve, because my dad's Swiss.
Genevieve,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll stick to Jenny. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. And what do you do in Cheshire?
At the moment, I am a support worker for young people that have been in foster care.
Okay.
So like helping them into independence from 16 to 18. Yeah. And I'm doing my master's degree to be a social worker.
Okay. And how far are you into that then?
I'm doing it part-time, so I've done 1 year and my first placement, and I've got 2 years left.
Okay. So that's a tough old life that you've got then, working full-time and doing a master's.
I only work part-time.
Oh, okay. So, but even so though, I mean, it's sort of, I imagine that the children, young adults that you're working with, and that is, it's quite emotional work, I imagine, for you, and can be quite complex and challenging.
Yeah, it certainly can be when you're phoning the police and they turn up and say, "Oh, I've never been here before." And you say, "Oh, get used to it, you'll be here," and then they're here the next night,
So you have high expectations for some of them then, obviously.
They're not, do you know what? They're good kids. They're just, they've been dealt a bad hand, and it's just how it is. And it's not like that every night. I'm not phoning the police every night or anything like that. So
excellent.
It's fine.
That's reassuring anyway. But you obviously enjoy your work then. How long have you been involved in that sort of work?
I've been there for 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you always been involved in that sort of work?
No, I trained to be a pilot originally.
Okay. Interesting.
Did my commercial pilot's license at Cranfield when I was 19.
Okay.
It's where I met James, actually.
Okay.
And then I came up north and worked as an aircraft dispatcher for a few years until 9/11 happened. Then loads of us got made redundant.
Right. What's an aircraft dispatcher?
You basically
sounds like you shoot them out of the sky.
No. You manage the ground time. When an airliner comes in, you just manage the ground time and make sure the paperwork's done and the load sheet and stuff. So
that was at Manchester Airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then got made redundant. Worked in an office for a bit, literally biding my time till I could go on maternity leave, and then had my kids. Decided to do a law degree.
Okay.
While I was at home with them.
Yeah.
And then went back to the airport for a couple of years to do load control. So I was in an office.
Right, okay.
Great. When it was raining and cold.
Yeah.
It was good to know that I didn't have to be outside.
Yeah. It does rain a little bit in Manchester, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it has not rained much recently, although it's rained today. Yeah, and then I stopped doing that and went into sport work and decided that my calling was to be working with people, and decided to be a social worker.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Gosh, so that's quite a career change then, from training to be a commercial airline pilot.
Yeah.
And a law degree.
Yeah.
And now working in the care world. Okay, looking after challenging children, young adults. Wow. Okay, but you clearly love it. Oh, that's the main thing.
Yeah, I love people. Love meeting people.
Who wants to be flying aeroplanes for a living anyway? So
Exactly. Glorified taxi driver now.
And you mentioned your husband James. He's a member on the group as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So is he a big Pixies fan, or?
Oh yes.
Yes. Yeah. He hasn't volunteered to come on my show, but maybe we'll arrange.
He doesn't go on Facebook very much.
Does he not?
No.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to twist his arm for that. See if we can get him on as well.
Yeah.
Compare notes, see what he says about you.
Yeah.
So, Pixies then.
Oh, yes.
How long have you been a fan? Oh, you really are a fan, aren't you? You're swooning just thinking about them.
I know. Well, when I was 16, no, I would have been 15 at high school. It was in my last year of high school.
Sort of, what, 10 years ago? Something like that?
Well, I'd like to say that, but yeah, it's more like 32 years ago, something like that. So
I never ask a lady her age.
I had a very exotic Spanish friend who absolutely loved the Pixies, and I'd never heard of them.
Right, okay.
But I still didn't really listen to them. And then when I started my A-levels, I had a friend, he'd always listen to John Peel the night before, record it, and then say, oh, like, heard this band. And, we'd share the headphones on the bus to college. And he really liked the Pixies as well. I thought, oh, yeah, I've kind of heard of them. And he played them to me, and I was like, oh, yeah, really love this band. So he, copyright, he recorded onto a tape for me.
We used to do these things back in the day, didn't we?
I think I had Doolittle on one side and Come on Pilgrim on the other side, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely, completely wore it out, that tape. But yeah.
So that's when you got into them then? So pretty early on?
Yeah.
And at a young age as well, so...
Yeah.
And you've been a big fan ever since?
Yes, I'm very loyal to the bands that I like.
So who else were you listening to at the time then?
At the time, I was kind of getting into Nick Cave.
Right.
The Bad Seeds. Oh, I really like Jane's Addiction. But I think they broke up quite quickly, so I never got to see them.
Right.
They Might Be Giants. Oh my goodness, absolutely love them. And I did get to see them.
Oh, right, okay.
When I was 16.
Yeah.
Went with my friend, and she said, oh, I'm going to speak to your mum. I'm so worried that you're so obsessed by them.
So was it like because I think I've still got Flood. I've got Flood on vinyl actually, which is like Gatesleeve album.
Wow, yeah.
But that's the only album of theirs that I've got, because they were obviously Birdhouse in Your Soul was a massive hit over here, wasn't it, for them? But, yeah. I didn't really sort of continue with them, but you obviously were a big fan.
Oh gosh, yeah, and then I got to see them again 30 years later, last year.
Okay.
Oh, just brilliant. They're just such good musicians as well.
Yeah.
And they're just like put on a good show.
Yeah.
So
I could just tell your passion for live music and just music in general. It's obviously
I love it.
a massive thing in your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's a really big thing for our family though. So
right.
When I met James, he was a bit of a metalhead. I don't know if he'll tell you that when you interview him, but I introduced him to the Pixies and Nick Cave for that matter.
Okay.
And then he listened to a lot of Metallica, so I thought, oh yeah, that's all right. I'll listen to that. I didn't really like the other stuff. And yeah, we listened to a lot of similar music, but weirdly, when we put our CD collections together, the only duplicate we had was Madonna, the Immaculate Collection. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I've been going to sort of gigs since I was 16 because I lived so near London.
Yeah.
It was quite easy to just hop on a
so
train.
This is before you headed north then? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd seen quite a few bands, and then obviously I met James, and because it was not as easy for him to get to go to gigs or whatever, I'd been to, well, seemingly loads, but then I was listening to one of your Pixiecast the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been to 300 gigs. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was James Skeen.
To that many.
James Skeen, right? He says it's between 200 and 300. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a few more than 300. Amazing. To be perfectly honest. So yeah. Bless him. I don't know what he's doing at the moment during lockdown and that as well. It must be horrendous for him because he just seemed to be out sort of 3 or 4 times a week and just going to gigs in and around London. So yeah, but so how's lockdown been suiting you then, or hasn't it? It must be making your life tricky like everyone else.
It's all right because it's where I work is residential, so I've still had to go out to work. James is working from home in the lounge, so it's a bit difficult for him because then, you know, we all want to go and watch TV in the evening, and he's like, "Oh, I've been in the lounge all day. I don't want to be here anymore." So
yeah, sure.
But that, you know, that's fine. He's you know, any excuse to leave the house. So he's like, "Oh, do you need anything from the shops?" And off he goes. But, yeah, no, it's been fine.
Yeah.
Been all right, yeah, because we've both been lucky with our jobs and everything, so
that's good.
Been all right. Just I do miss seeing people and hugging people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's certainly I think everyone's feeling that, aren't they? That you know, just not having that human contact with people, and that, so it is certainly difficult. So Pixies, then back to Pixies, and favorite album.
Oh, I would have always said Teen Bossanova. Bossanova would be my favourite.
Okay.
But I love them all for different reasons.
Yeah.
But my heart will always be with Bossanova, I think.
Okay. And favourite Pixies track?
Velouria.
Velouria. Oh, what a great choice. That's my favourite as well. But
then, since they started again, I think Andrew Queen has got quite a good, is a contender now.
Sorry, which one is?
Andrew Queen.
Oh, okay.
It's so difficult. I love them all. It's like saying which one's your favourite child. It's not.
Well, I'm not going to ask you that. So.
Not easy.
Okay, so Velouria is your choice.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with that because that's my favourite as well. So, so a big Bossanova fan then. That's your favourite album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
But I won't push any further because you might change your mind.
Well, I like them all.
Yeah.
But yes, Bossanova.
Okay. And T-shirts, are you into Pixies T-shirts?
Yeah, I've got loads of them. Unfortunately, lockdown has not been good in that respect. Can't fit into any of them anymore.
Oh dear. Yeah, I think people are calling it COVID-19 pounds, aren't they? I think.
Oh gosh, yeah. But I'll secretly buy James one every Christmas as well. So I'm thinking, well, I'm getting him one, I'll get myself one.
Right, okay.
So, we've got quite a few.
And if he's a bit bigger than you, then you can fit into his. So it's all good.
Yeah.
How many have you got then? And is there a favourite?
Oh gosh. I've probably got about 6 or 7. He's probably got about 10 or something.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow.
My oldest one, I bought when I was 16.
Right.
And it's got like the big flying P on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so old and so used, and it got like little moth holes in it.
Yeah.
And I went to Switzerland, as I said, like every summer. My grandma darned the holes in my pizza.
Oh, bless her.
I know. And then when I met James, he was like, "Oh, this is really soft and really comfortable," because obviously it was very well worn. Mm-hmm. So he kind of took it over.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And is it still being looked after with the holes?
It's too fragile now, so it's just tucked away in a cupboard until such time as
it's a museum. It's a museum piece now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about your trips and seeing Pixies then.
Right. So my first one, very bizarrely, my grandma bought me a ticket to a festival in the mountains in Switzerland.
Wow.
Leysin, it was the name of the ski resort. Mm-hmm. Of course, I wasn't really very aware of anything like that. Billy Idol was actually the headliner.
Okay.
So it was Billy Idol, Jesus Jones were supporting Pixies. Mm-hmm. So my parents drove us to the bottom of the mountain.
Right.
Sent me and my sister on this little train up the mountain. She was a year younger than me.
Wow. Okay.
And they said, right, as soon as Pixies are finished, you've got to come back down. Get the train back, come back down the mountain. We're like, oh, okay then. So off we go. And
so were Pixies second to Billy Idol or Jesus Jones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right.
Billy Idol was headlining.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't even realise. I just don't know what I was thinking. So we go along, and it's like a proper festival. Obviously,
yeah.
I've never been to a festival or anything. I was like, oh, this is great. Good atmosphere and everything.
Yeah.
I was stopped quite a few times to ask where did I get my T-shirt, and I go, oh, Tower Records in Leicester Square. And then, so we watched them. It was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant experience on the train back down the mountain. Fine. Missed out on Billy Idol, but anyway, don't matter.
There were worse things.
And then I didn't see them for years because obviously they split up.
So what year was that then? Do you remember?
I think it was 91.
Okay.
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Didn't see them for a while, and then.
So sort of between Bossanova and Trump, or around about Trump time, yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Then I don't know, I can't remember the exact timing, but then they played a fan gig at the Troxy in London.
Right.
I'd moved up here by then.
Okay.
And they'd asked, on their Facebook group, they'd asked for everybody's 3 favourite Pixies track.
Okay.
And so obviously James and I submitted ours. Mm-hmm. So we go to the gig and Frank Black walks out. And as you know, he's not really one for interacting with the audience. They just get on with it, don't they?
Yeah, he's just there to play the music.
Yeah, so he walks out and he says, oh, okay, so you've told us what you want to play. I'm just going to say you're all weirdos. And I think he started with Manta Ray.
Okay, interesting.
It was lovely. It was just that was a really good gig. And then I've seen them like at the Hammersmith Odeon and like the Apollo in Manchester when I had my broken ankle and I had to stand at the back.
Right. Okay.
With my broken ankle. Then I was on Radio X or XFM.
Yeah.
And they had, I don't know if you ever listened to it, but they have a competition called The Cubicle.
Right.
And it's first thing in the morning and they were giving away Pixies tickets at the Castlefield Bowl.
Okay.
So of course I ring up and I didn't realise, I thought a producer would answer the phone or whatever. No, it was the DJ.
Straight through to the studio, yeah.
Yeah, so he says, oh, what's your name? I said, oh, it's Genevieve. He's like, oh, you're very posh. Mm. So they start taking the mickey out of me and everything. And I won tickets.
Wow.
To see them in Castlefield Bowl. And again, that was just such a brilliant evening. Because obviously we had free tickets.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I don't think Paz was with them then.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get backstage passes or anything like that? It was just entry.
No,
right,
not that exciting.
Right. Can't be greedy.
But we saw Royal Blood, who were really good.
Okay.
And
what's happened to them? I haven't heard from them for a long time.
They've
just sort of gone off the scene, haven't they?
I don't know if they've released another album or something. I don't know. Mm. But, and Maximo Park as well, but I didn't think they were as good. But
no.
Royal Blood actually blew me away.
Yeah.
So. And where else have I seen them? Obviously, the Roundhouse in London. Mm-hmm. Except I think we missed everybody. We went on the one night where there was only about 5 of us.
So this was for the Surfer Rosa Come On Pilgrim?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I was there on Halloween, which I think was the Wednesday. I forget now. I think it was a Wednesday.
I think it was. My sister lives in Reading, and she was on the train, and there was this lad dressed up as a pixie. Right. And her son is not backwards and coming forwards. And he went, why are you dressed like that? And he said, I'm going to see the Pixies tonight. And he said, because it's Halloween, I'm dressing as a pixie. Okay. And my sister was, my sister's going to see them. My sister's going to see them. And got all giddy. But, yeah. So
I don't remember seeing any Pixies there, other than the band, obviously. Maybe he changed in the toilet or something when he got there and felt a bit conspicuous.
Don't know.
So how many times is that then in total? That's about 6 times, something like that you've seen them?
I was trying to count the other day. I think I've seen them 7 or 8 times, and James has just seen them one less than me.
Right. So. Okay. And every time he's seen them, he's been with you when he's seen them? Yeah. So you're very much responsible for getting him into the band then?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah.
And what about your children?
Oh gosh, they love Pixies. So the first time they saw Pixies was at Blue Dot Festival.
Oh yeah.
Which is on our doorstep because it's at Jodrell Bank.
Yeah. I was talking about that with somebody else. It might have been Joe Kirkham. Did you see Joe there? Did you know Joe?
We saw Helen.
Well, actually, maybe it was Helen.
I didn't. James met Helen. That was the first time.
Oh, right, okay.
We'd met anyone, but I think because my son
you kept your distance, did you?
No.
It's very wise.
So because my son was only 11 at the time, so we for about 3 hours before, I was leaning on the railings thinking, I'm not being moved from here. Yeah. And then as more and more people were sort of coming into the ground sort of thing, I was like, I had one of my children in front of me with my arms either side protecting them, and they've grown up listening to Pixies music.
Yeah.
So they absolutely loved it, but my boy it was a bit overwhelming at the end because it was quite late and stuff. So I just took him away and we listened sort of sitting down under a tent in the back type thing. But that was an incredible experience. But yeah, so put it this way, my son went for an audition to be in a musical. And I said, what song are you going to sing? And he went, well, I said, I only know all the words to Head Carrier, but I don't think they'll know that, so I'm not going to sing that. I was like, yeah, probably not.
I thought you meant that there was a musical about Pixies that I hadn't heard about. So.
Oh, no. It was Grease. Grease was the musical, yeah. But, so we had to pick a song. He was like, I only know all the words to Head Carrier.
Was he trying out for Danny, was he?
Yes, but because there was 2 older lads, they got that part, and he got one of the. He did get one of the T-Birds parts.
Oh, okay.
And he was very good. So.
Right, but he didn't get to sing his Pixies song then. No. Brilliant. Okay. So you bring the family up in good tradition then, obviously, which is good to hear. Yeah. Excellent. And what other family favourites are there then in terms of Pixies tracks? Is James a Bossanova or Doolittle? Has he got a favourite?
I actually don't know.
Well, I'll ask him that. If you convince him to come on and chat to me at some stage, I'll ask him. So what are your son's favourite tracks then?
Again, I don't know. I mean,
what ages are your children anyway?
My boy's 14 and my girl's 16.
Oh, okay. So they're allowed to hear the sweary ones then.
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, you sounded very proud then. Oh yes.
No, well, to be fair, the kind of music we've always listened to has had a bit of swearing in it. We just teach them, swearing's wrong, but pop stars or rock stars are, law unto themselves, so they can swear.
It's artistic. Yeah.
Exactly. It's when he was really little and he was playing in his bedroom and he was singing Aeroplane by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I don't know that one.
And he says, well, one of the lyrics is, I like pleasure spiked with pain. Music is my aeroplane. So
I do. Oh, yes, I do know. Yeah.
What? I was like, no. So, yeah, I mean. Okay. But yeah, he always asks for Pixies in the car. Okay. And normally at the moment it's Head Carrier, but it'll be something else in a few months probably.
So it changes from time to time.
Yeah.
So Frank Black's solo career.
Yes.
Were you into his solo stuff?
Obviously, yes, I've got Teenager of the Year and Cult of Ray. I kind of didn't realise for ages that he'd gone solo. I don't know, but that kind of completely passed me by.
Right.
And then when I found out, I was absolutely astounded at how many albums that he'd made.
Yeah. Yeah. Quite incredible.
Yeah.
So have you got a favourite from his solo career?
I think Teenager of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got some nice slow songs. It's got a bit of shouting. It's got, you can play it loud.
Loud, quiet, loud.
Yeah.
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 Bit of swearing, bit of shouting.
Something for everybody.
Ticks every box.
Yeah.
What about a favourite track then?
I don't know. I think I quite like Pure Denizens of the Citizens Band.
Okay.
Because I always like to think that I'm a bit of a denizen. I like to think I'm a bit edgy. I'm not at all.
I'm going to show my ignorance now. I don't even know what a denizen is.
Well, I presume it's like a person, who's a bit naughty, that lives in the dark, and a bit, I don't know.
Mysterious. Mysterious, shall we say.
The words just appealed to me, and I just thought, yeah.
Bear with me, I'm going to Google it now, see if I can find what the word denizen means, if anything at all. If it's something too salacious, I won't read it out.
I don't think it is.
It's a person, animal, or plant that lives or is found in a particular place.
Oh, well, there you go. In the Citizens Band.
Yeah. Historical British, a foreigner allowed certain rights in their adopted country.
Oh.
I was hoping it might have been a bit more exciting than that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there we are.
Not as edgy as I thought then.
No, maybe not. But anyway, so that's your choice.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Happenings. Did you go to Manchester?
I did, yeah.
I would hope you would do. So,
yes, absolutely.
10 miles away from me or something like that. So maybe a little bit more. So tell me about Manchester.
Yeah, so we were...
Had you met anyone beforehand?
No.
No, okay.
So we'd been given a place to meet, and as I walked over, obviously...
And still your profile picture wasn't a picture of you?
Possibly not. I don't know, I'm going to have to look back to that time. But of course, I started walking forwards, and I was like, oh, there's Adele, there's Jim, there's this person, there's that person. James was like, how do you know? How do you know? I said, because I spend a lot of time on Facebook chatting to all these people. Yeah. And then obviously, introducing yourself when you're chatting, and you just think this person is so easy to get on with. And that's what I found with everybody that I've met from the group. Mm-hmm. They are so easy to get on with. Yeah. And you would think, oh, okay, so we're all sort of met through liking the Pixies. Yeah. We could be all, I know, yeah, we are all different, but that could be literally the only thing we've got to talk about. But mm-hmm. it was so easy, and it was such a fun evening. And then apparently made a bit of fool myself.
Did you?
Over. Yeah.
Tell us more.
But because we went to the Zombie Shack, which is up some very windy stairs.
Right.
I had a lot to drink. I don't actually normally drink a lot when I go to gigs, because I like to enjoy it and keep my wits about me a bit. But because this was a different situation, and for whatever reason, I drank a lot. And then
bit of courage.
Yeah, and then at the side there was like this little raised platform where there were some tables, and I was chatting to somebody, and I kind of stepped to the side to let somebody go past, and my foot just slipped off, and I fell backwards.
Right.
And I can't really remember what happened, but the next morning, James was absolutely mortified. He said, I thought I was going to have to carry you down those stairs. Oh, you were so drunk you fell over. I said, no, it was because I fell off this little platform thing. So no, it's because you were so drunk. I was like, no, I fell off the platform.
Stick to your story.
yeah.
So you all had a bit of a sing along at that night, the Hey Pixies gig. So what did you sing along to?
Well, I stood at the back and sang along to all of it.
Oh, so you didn't do a solo like Mike Flynn then? You didn't.
No.
You didn't do a tame or anything like that then?
No.
No. Okay. What would you have sung then if somebody had dragged you up there to sing? This isn't the naked question, by the way. That comes later on.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm going to say it. and this is going to be very unpopular.
Okay.
I always think that I don't like, well, I do like it, but Doolittle is like my least favourite album.
What?
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's going so well.
And then when I listen to it, I sing along to it and think, oh yeah, actually, no, I do like it. But I think probably I would sing to Velouria because it's my favourite.
Right.
I know it so well. I know the words.
Right, okay.
So,
that's all right. You've redeemed yourself there slightly. So you had a good time was had by all, and you managed to avoid hospital, thankfully.
Yes.
Any other happenings that you've been to?
No, unfortunately.
Apart from a small wedding, which was kind of like
that was quite a happening there, wasn't it? That was amazing.
Yeah.
No,
by which time carry on.
I have bumped into people at other gigs like the Breeders and things like that. Okay. So yeah, but they're not happenings, are they? But yeah.
No. Well, it's still kind of in the family, isn't it? So
yeah.
We wouldn't have had the Pixies without Kim, would we? So, and
exactly.
Breeders are a good band. I've got a couple of their albums. So yeah. So yeah, Adele's wedding. So obviously you knew a few people by that stage.
Yes.
So yeah. And did you sing that event as well? Because on the Sunday they had Hey Pixies again, didn't they?
Yes, I did not.
No?
I did not.
No. Okay. And did you get drunk? I don't remember you getting drunk and falling down anywhere or anything then?
I did get very drunk, but
because you were camping as well, presumably.
No, we stayed in like a little bed and breakfast in the town.
So did we. Yeah, Jordan and I went posh as well. We got like a nice little Airbnb. So yeah. I thought camping really with John Cole is just,
Oh, that would have been entertaining. That would have been very entertaining.
That's one way of describing it. Yeah, I'd imagine. Bless him. So you were doing the posh thing as well then? Very sensible.
Yes. Yeah.
Offside. So you didn't get drunk, you didn't fall over, but sadly
I did get drunk.
Oh, you did get drunk.
Oh, I definitely got drunk.
But you didn't fall over.
I didn't fall over so much as trip down a step and then pretend I was just meaning to sit down.
Okay.
And then I kind of went to the car because I thought I probably will fall over if I don't remove myself and then make a fool of myself. So,
right. Yeah. Seems to be a bit of a pattern developing here.
No, I mean, James did say to me at one point, do you realise that none of these people have ever seen you sober? I'm sober now, though. You'd be glad to know.
I'm very pleased to hear it. Well done.
Thanks.
Big thumbs up for you. I mean, what is it? It's Wednesday, isn't it? So yeah. Congratulations. No drinking on a school night.
Well, no, I did have a few drinks last night because it was my friend's birthday, so we went out for dinner.
Okay. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Socially distanced, obviously.
Yeah, and obviously we had to leave by 10 because, as we all know, coronavirus only comes out at 10 o'clock at night, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So bit of politics there. Lovely. So you were home, tucked up in bed by 10:30 and nice and sober? Ish.
No. I was sitting on the sofa chatting to James with another glass of wine.
So so after Adele's wedding, then soon after that we had Beneath the Eyrie came out.
Yeah.
And did you see them on that tour?
Yeah, I must have done because I've seen them like every time.
They played Manchester again, didn't they? So
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I must have seen them then. Can't remember. It
was only last year.
Then yes, I will have done.
Do you remember who was supporting them at the concert that you might have gone to? Was it Big Moon? Do you remember? Have you seen Big Moon?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so you were there then.
Yeah. Yeah, they're quite good actually.
Yeah, no, they are good. So I saw Pixies in Plymouth with the Slow Show.
I quite like them. Or are they? Oh well, maybe I don't. Maybe I just like one song of theirs then.
Yeah, I think if you hear one song, you've probably heard them all actually.
Oh right, okay.
That's kind of the feeling I got about them. The bloke's got a good voice. And it was all right for about the first 10 minutes, but then after that, the novelty wore off a little bit for me. So, Big Moon, I like them. They're a good band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Beneath the Eyrie, are you a fan of that album?
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to get to grips with it a bit. I think when the first time I heard, so I listened to Radio 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And because Frank Black's voice is so familiar to me, I knew it was them instantly, even though I'd never heard any of it. I knew a new album was due out.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, his voice is so familiar. It's almost like, hearing your dad speak or something. It's like, oh,
yeah,
this must be their new song. I bet this is Pixies. And yes, it was on Graveyard Hill. And I really liked it.
Yeah.
So, I'm still listening to Indie Cindy and all that.
Oh, that's all right. There's no rules about this. You can, it's good to go back in their catalogue. So, do you think you prefer the music before the breakup or after the breakup? After once they got back together again?
I think they're all so different. I feel like their albums are also, I'll say Doolittle's quite sort of punk a bit. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Bossanova's quite surf type music, isn't it? And then I don't know, Indie Cindy was just so different again.
And obviously you said that you like Andrew Queen, so
yeah. But yeah, no, I like it all.
Good.
I don't think there's one single track that I can say, oh no, I don't like that.
Okay.
And I'll skip it.
Yeah.
Just listen to it all, yeah.
Well, very dedicated, that's good. Excellent. And how do you see the future of the band then, once they can start touring and that again? Do you think they'll go on for a little while?
Well, I'd like to think that they will keep going, but who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I think their stuff now is just as strong as it was then. And they seem to have got kind of a bit of a bigger following now, more and more people, when I talk to them about music and I say, favourite bands is Pixies, I get less who and more,
Yeah. Uh-huh. Excellent. Okay, good. All right, well, we've come to the last question, which is from your dear friend Joe Kirkham.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard this question or not on previous Pixiecasts, but I'm asking pretty much everyone, checking with the ladies first that they're happy for me to ask them, because it's a bit weird, a middle-aged bloke speaking to a woman for the first time, and asking them the following. You're having one of those awful dreams where suddenly you've been put on a stage naked in front of a huge crowd and they're all waiting for you to sing a song. Which Pixies song are you going to sing?
Well, first of all, if I'm naked on a stage, there won't be a huge crowd for long. I would say, I'd like to say Velouria because I know all the words, but I know all the words to a lot of them. So I'd probably say, I don't know, Cactus maybe?
Okay.
Because I do like that. I'd say that's my maybe third favourite song.
Cool. I just realised we haven't spoken about Frank Black and the Catholics. I should be used to this whole process by now. We haven't spoken about Frank Black and the Catholics, have we?
No.
So, do you like Frank Black and the Catholics?
Yep.
If only I could go back and edit this and re-sequence it, but I can't. I've just screwed up. So
that's fine.
Okay.
But again, I wasn't really aware of them until I went on holiday to Germany, and I always go to record shops on holiday, or CD shops, or whatever you call them. There'll always be record shops to me.
Yeah, and me.
And I saw I bought Dog in the Sand.
Yeah.
And then obviously started looking at what, the other records that he'd made and stuff. And then I would say Pistolero is my favourite. Because I don't know, just like to sing along to it. I don't know. That's my favourite one, I suppose.
Okay, lovely. Pistolero it is. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. It's lovely to see you again. And,
yes, you too.
At least I recognise you now after the first time we met.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for your time. And
thank you. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll catch up again at a Pixies gig at some point in the future.
Absolutely.
And have a proper chat and well, maybe not too much to drink because both of us will probably end up falling over.
Yeah.
Genevieve, it's been lovely to speak to a woman with such a classy name,
a
lovely smiley face, and an obvious passion for Pixies and for music. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.